You are listening to the We Hired a Sitter for This podcast.
We hired a sitter for this.
We have a roster of like 7 sitters.
I hate authority, but I'm a mom.
I'm an old man. I need orthopedic shoes.
The laughs, the chuckles, the TMI.
Some people might say, why would you have kids? The oceans are rising. The economy's collapsing.
And they're not wrong. I'm Ross.
And I'm Patrick.
And we hired a sitter.
It's crazy that it's 190 episodes of this podcast. We hired a sitter for this. We've done 190 of these episodes, and it feels like it. Welcome to the show. My name is Patrick Holbert, and I am a father. I'm a stand-up comedian. I'm a worker amongst workers, sober individual, resident of Brooklyn, New York City. It's 4:20 in the afternoon. Sick! And I'm about to fire it up, smoke it up. My co-host is on her way over. She's getting her drinking glass. And we're doing a podcast. The people need it. You just got home from a doula shift. So it's interesting. You're not a sitter. You're not a babysitter. You're like a baby raiser. But like, we hired a sitter for this. You're also a kind of a caretaker of children.
You know, that could be a good Patreon segment called "We Hired a Doula for This."
Oh, we hired a doula for this?
Where I'll figure out what we talk about.
Yeah.
If it's like in the biz stuff, or is it like behind the paywall, like funny stories?
Doula tips and tricks.
Come on, come up.
Yeah, funny stories. Funny stories in some of our professional careers is tricky because there's like HIPAA laws and confidentiality agreements and privacy.
I have contractual agreements with all of my.
But I have some clients I would love to just.
Woo! Yeah, you got way juicier stories than me. Excuse me.
Poor Peggy can't find a seat.
Is she really? I'm like, are you going blind? Like what?
Jump up.
Just do what you always do.
Come on up.
And jump up onto your blanket.
Get up there.
You know, like what you always do every day. Yeah, do that.
Up, up, up.
Up, up, up. Up. All right, you want to come here instead? What do you want to do?
Oh, there she is. Yeah, get in
here.
Come lay down. Get in my lap.
She has like the times that she wants to be on this blanket. And then she has times where she wants to be on, This is for full rest, this blanket under my hand. This is for hanging out with the family.
Peggy, say something.
She's got her rhythms.
Say something.
I can get her too. Peggy, look at me. Peg.
Is this abuse?
No. All right, sit.
She wants her neck
Oh my God, the dog I was just with at this family's it's very sweet, but I'll just say they're very lucky I'm a dog person.
Yeah.
Because if I weren't.
Is it a jumper?
Yeah, and it's a huge dog.
Yeah, you got to warn, like.
They kind of warned me, but I'm just like, this would be a real problem if they had hired somebody that did not really like dogs or didn't know how to handle them. I'm having to be very assertive with the dog. Like, otherwise it's very sweet, but it like nips.
Yeah.
Like it's a huge doodle that jumps on you and just is like, but kind of biting you gently all up and down your forearm. And they're like, oh, that's her way of like letting you know she likes you. I'm like, okay.
Do you think we'll always be dog people?
Yes, 100%.
Because I remember growing up, before I had my dog, I think we got my dog Zeus when I was in 5th or 6th grade or something like that. And before we had him, I can remember my cousin Shane and Aunt Ann, they always had dogs. And I always remember kind of feeling like, oh yeah, we're going to go there. They have the dogs. They're dog people. Like, it's like a whole different way of living.
Yeah.
Then
it's funny she doesn't have dogs anymore.
I wonder. Yeah, I guess not.
I really threw you off with that one. Sorry.
Well, I guess I'm just like thinking about all the stuff that comes with being a dog person and having a dog house. Like it's there's a different smell.
You're signing up.
There's a different lifestyle. If you have visitors, it's like you have to coach them to a certain degree. Like, by the way, we have a dog. This is some of the things she does. We're lucky because she's pretty low maintenance.
These days, she was not always.
But like even in the neighborhood now, like we there's a lot of communicating about the dog. It's like
it's true.
She's not nice to girls, girl dogs.
Girl humans loves.
She's
girl dogs, too much of an alpha.
She might want to destroy your girl dog, so heads up about that.
Yep.
Yeah, and just the constant feeding and caring for her.
So you're over her?
No, I'm not over her. I'm just saying it's like a lot of our life is about the dog, you know?
Yeah. One might say she prepared us for parenthood.
Yeah. Who rescued who, you know?
I was having some dark moments this morning. I don't know why. I'm becoming my brother a little bit in regards to mourning the loss of a dog that's still living right in front of my face with probably a good 5 to 7 years left of life. But, you know, it is that interesting thing where it's like when you get a dog, you are signing up for limited time only.
Yeah.
Like even if they have a long, long life, you know, this dog ain't gonna make it.
Yeah. And actually on Saturday, I was cruising around Brooklyn with Franny on the bicycle. And we were playing like, let's look out for dogs we like.
Yes.
We're looking around for dogs. And she said something at some point. She's like, it's so nice that dogs live for such a long time. And I was like, I was like, yeah, not as long as up. And she's like, no, longer.
What?
I was like, yeah, they sure do.
Who gave you that information?
I couldn't bring myself to say, hey, it's time to start preparing.
Actually,
for
they live much, much less than us.
You need to start thinking about arrangements.
Well, and I think because like we are God willing, we're at a halfway point and we do have her for like another 6 to 7 years.
Yeah.
Like that's so weird to think about. Like
it's interesting. Our lives are both at the halfway points, like our lives and her life.
Again, God is willing.
We should talk to Franny about this tonight.
Franny, we're going to be making arrangements for Peggy and for us, actually.
Yeah. And you know how like a basketball game has halftime? Your mother and I.
She's like, no, I have absolutely no idea what you're fucking talking about.
Okay, so this is basketball. These are the New York Knicks.
First, we're starting with basketball. We'll get into death tomorrow.
And sometimes in basketball there is sudden death.
Sure.
That's a sports term.
I guess I know that. But my point is yesterday, or maybe it was this morning, who can be sure? I was like petting her and canoodling her, and I just was like,
the client dog or this dog?
No, our very dog that the viewer can't see the face of, just her long body.
Who is actually resting peacefully right now.
Yeah.
She's not dead, but she's resting in peace.
She is resting in peace. I'm just thinking about the loss of her more now and what a shock to our system that will be. And then I was thinking about like, how long would I wait? Like, how long would we wait before we would get another dog? And like, I feel like I may wait longer than I think because of how sad I will be about her.
Well, most people do the overlap. A lot of people do the overlap.
Yes.
Where you know it's coming, so you get a new young dog.
To keep her going for a little bit longer. And then you already have the dog.
Which then, if I were her, I would just become a stubborn old bitch and I'd never die.
Well, I think that does happen.
I'd be like, oh, you want to replace me? Well, how about you care for me for 6 extra years?
Then we'll have to get a boy, and I don't want a dog dick in my face.
What do you need a boy for?
Like a boy dog, because she'd probably attack
the girl,
a girl dog.
I don't know. I think she's starting to go so blind already.
No,
she won't even know she has a roommate.
No, we were just making that up.
Are you thinking of her mortality because of all the limping and the lower energy? Like that, we went on a
lower energy yesterday. She's not limping
yesterday.
that bad now.
Yeah.
because of the meds. But like, I think just because, well, also anniversaries have a way of making you reflect. And this week marks her 6 years with us.
6-year gotcha-versary.
6 years gotcha.
Wow. Never forget coming home from gigs on a Sunday night. And there you are with a dog.
Oh, did I get it while you were away for a weekend?
I was in Atlantic City. And
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, I walked in and you had this cute little dog, and I knew right away she's keeping that dog.
This dog is staying.
I can feel every single bone in her tail right
I'll
here.
never forget bringing her to the front door of our building, and she was so scared to walk through the doorways, like to walk over those like bumps.
Oh, yeah.
Really freaked her out.
Oh, interesting.
And any threshold, she was like, what the fuck is this?
She's a vampire. She has to be invited in.
Kind of. But I'm like, yeah, you probably, like, she came from Georgia. She's just like thrown into Bushwick, into an apartment. She was probably, I mean, these are the questions I have. Where did she come from? What was it like?
Yeah. And now we keep
know.
seeing pegs on Instagram who are from the same gene pool or something. She's got clones.
I feel like I've been in a like deeper love of her in the past like 6 months or something.
Yeah.
Probably watching Franny fall more in love with her, and just really like Fran's love of dogs has really popped off.
It's
too.
really funny to hear Franny come home and say, "Who's a good girl? Who's my good girl?"
I know, it's so cute. I was telling my client that today too, that because since they have this psychopath who is quite lovely with the baby and just like is standing guard by the baby, is very sweet. She was like, oh, when did your daughter start like interacting with the dog? And I was like, I mean, I think it started pretty early on, but like now it's at this place where they're like hanging out, enjoying each other's company, wanting to play. Like, and I said, Fran even has her own dog voice that she speaks to the dog in. Yeah. And I just fucking love her. I just love her.
Yeah.
I can't take it.
Your heart's breaking.
Even when she annoys the fucking shit out of me, especially when Fran is driving me nuts, which has been happening lately.
Yeah, there's a dynamic forming.
I go to Peg and I'm like, I fucking love you, Peg. You don't talk. You just lay there and you love your mama. Except, of course, when you're annoyed and you want to go outside, and I'm like, can you just chew on this tennis ball, please?
You got the dagger to the chest this weekend.
I did.
Which is, I wish I had a different mama.
It did. You know what? Usually I let that shit roll off my back. But something about the way it was delivered this weekend, I was like,
yeah,
you can really go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
You know, you really.
And for the record, this was not Peggy saying this.
No, it was that son of a bitch, Francis Susan. Yeah, we went to a Memorial Day BB Qua yesterday, and I was talking to some of the other parents about how there are these moments where these things come out of your mouth. Like, I've had some moments where I said things like, that's unacceptable. And I'm like, oh. To myself. Oh.
You're like, did I just
I'm like,
did I go full mom?
I just like, and it's like, what does that even mean to her? Like, she don't fucking know, you know?
Well,
like,
and in fact, it's like, if anything, it's like, oh, I found the spot.
Yeah, fuel for the fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm feeling a little more triggered lately. I'm still not like losing my shit, but I did have a moment where I like walked in the bathroom this weekend and like to myself, I was like, she's acting like a fucking bitch. And I had to like remind myself, she's 4.
Yeah.
Ross, she's 4. Okay.
And it's interesting. These tantrums that she's throwing are like artificial. Like she's like pretending to be very upset, and like sometimes, not every time. I'm just saying it's different from like 3-year-old her, where if a tantrum happened, it was really because she couldn't control she could not control where her emotions were taking her.
Right. And now it's more of like a power struggle.
Yeah, there are times where it's like she works herself up and then she says these things, and it's like there's definitely like effort being put in. And of course there are times where she's just getting upset.
Oh, here she goes. This is what
Peggy.
Let me give her a tennis ball. It's a non.
Peggy, she'll just like grab a shoe and drag it into the middle of the room and be like, "Hey, what's up? Remember me?"
Which is something I actually love about her, that I'm just like, you're such a funny communicator that you're just like, take a shoe, throw it, and like look at you like,
yeah,
what are we doing?
And she's like, "Oh, I haven't seen these since last summer. Let me sink my teeth into these. You got your big sandals out."
I got my big sandal time.
I'm looking out the window and I'm like, is it gonna rain again?
It is supposed to this week.
That's annoying.
Yeah. So
yeah, how do you handle that? How do you handle like a personal attack?
Yeah, I'm figuring it out as I
guess.
go.
Let me give a specific example of what I'm talking about. So her and I were going somewhere yesterday, just the two of us. Maybe when we were leaving for that barbecue and we were meeting you there. I can't remember. Her and I were leaving, just the two of us. We sort of had a lot going on yesterday, and I could feel that we had to kind of like carefully keep things together so that she didn't fly off the handle about something or other.
We're tiptoeing. We're eggshell walking.
There's a lot. She's creating eggshell scenarios.
Oh, God.
So we walk out of the apartment. We're going down the stairs, and she's singing something. She's saying something that she wants me to respond to.
Yeah, don't tell her you don't understand.
But it wasn't appetite,
which is sweeping the 4-year-old nation.
So that's a song we've been doing riffs with. And she's doing something, but I didn't hear it. I didn't know what it was.
Uh-oh.
And I left her hanging. She's like, "Dad, you're supposed to sing the other part." And I was like, "Oh, what song is it?" She's like, "You're not listening to me." And I'm like, "Oh, no, I heard you. I just don't think I know that song." And she was like, "I'm waiting for you to do the other part." And I was like, "I'm sorry."
It's like the most intense gaslighting, and you're like, "I want to participate. I don't know."
Yeah, and then she goes, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, I don't know. And she's like, "Well, then I'm never gonna sing with you ever again." And then she works herself into crying about it.
Yeah.
And she goes, like that thing.
Yeah.
Which she has stopped herself short a few times recently to be like, "I'm just joking.
Yeah.
I'm pretending." And like, I'm like, "Honey, let's just get in the car and go. We're running a little late anyway." Like,
don't tell her the party already started.
Yeah.
Don't tell her the party already started.
Oh my God. So just like stuff like that. It's like, oh, she's like, she knows she's making me feel crazy. So like she's turning the screws on me even more.
I don't think she knows that she's making us feel crazy, but I think it's like, it just has so much to do with power and control, and knowing that she knows that we are in charge, that we are in control, but she likes to play with that dynamic, and this is a way to do it. But like, it is, I'm not sure what the move is, because this feeling of eggshells, I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
Like, I hate it. And like, when she like goes from 0 to 60 over something that does not fucking matter, I'm just like, I'm so exasperated, just like immediately, because it's collective. It's like, it's accumulating over time, all of these moments of like, "You're not listening to me."
Yeah, or "I need a tissue." Like, "I need a tissue" might be like something I hear on my deathbed, and I'm going to be triggered back to a PTSD response.
You're going to fucking jolt up in bed, be like, "Huh?
Be like, "Where are they?
The box is in the room. Where is it?"
I'm getting it, Franny. I'll be right back.
I know. And I'm like, do we just let her have these meltdowns? Calm, like we stay calm.
Yeah, that's what I try to do.
Well, I do too.
That's what we try to do.
And like, be like, they're right there. Go ahead, grab one.
Yeah.
They're within your reach. You are capable. Go ahead. I'm not going to get it for you right now. You can do it. But it's like the amount of overstimulation. It's just my brain is like,
yeah, it's
very challenging.
Yeah, I hope to God it's just a phase for like another week because I can't. Like,
we both at different times in the past week have told her not even realizing it. Like, I overheard you saying something I had already said, and we had not like conversed about it. Where we were like, we both in some way, shape, or form said to her like, well, every time I say anything to you or react to you in any way, you get so upset that now I'm just like being quiet.
Yeah, like
because I don't know how to respond to you without upsetting you.
Yeah, I think I said, well, I'm just scared to say anything because I'm nervous.
You said I'm scared to say anything.
I'm nervous whatever I say is going to make you really mad.
Yeah, and I basically said the same thing to her like the day before because it's just like, bro, we can't talk like this to each other. What is going on?
And like there was something that ended with her crying and she wanted space from both of us. I want space.
I'm like, great, take it, please.
And then she like went over to you and said something. I think she was like, first she took a hug and there was a emotional repair going on, but then she started joking with you again. And I was like watching from the kitchen. I'm like, this is a cycle of abuse right here.
I know.
She's just roping Ross back in. She's just going to give affection and make her feel safe.
Yes, but in those moments, I do always, like, once the repair is underway, we discuss what has just occurred.
Yeah, and also with a kid, you can't be like, well, no, you made me feel like shit, so I'm going to ice you out for a couple of days.
Yes. But yeah, it's to parent differently than we were parented continues to be the journey of a lifetime. I do wonder like what yelling would do.
Yeah, like I wonder about instilling a little bit of fear in some way.
It doesn't work.
I feel like I was scared of my parents with certain things.
But that's like that sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Good old fashioned fear.
Because for me, all that made me do was hide things. Like I just was like, well, I'm not going to fucking talk to them about shit because I'm like scared that it's going to turn into yelling or a punishment or sorry, mom and dad, hope you never listen to this. I mean, they were doing the best they could, but it was like all that awaited me on the other side was punishment, right? Like, and that I was telling my therapist recently, it was like, I was getting grounded so much when I was like Fran's age, like probably not that young, but it was like time out, go to your room for like an hour or two. Like you don't get to like enjoy anything. It's like about like isolation and like not enjoying yourself.
Yeah.
And which made me creative sometimes, but most of the time I was just like, fucking mom, fucking bullshit. Or I remember very specifically when I was almost exactly Fran's age, where my mom sent me to my room and I just full meltdown for like what felt like such a long time. Who knows how long it actually was, but it was like bedtime, stay in your bedroom. And speaking of thresholds, like I just knew I couldn't leave the bedroom, but the door was open and I was just like from, as you know, my parents' house, I'm like, you can hear fucking everything. So I'm just like up in that room, lights on, Fran's age, like, no, I don't want to, like screaming and crying, but just being like, I'm like, she told me to stay here and I have to.
Yeah.
And
I can remember laying on the floor, just writhing and crying.
Yes.
Just like crying, like
we don't ever want Fran to be doing that.
Like wailing, but putting effort into doing it, like knowing I was not actually
You're making them
crying
pay.
anymore. Yeah.
We're making them fucking pay.
Yeah.
And it's like, that doesn't, my sensitivity to sound cannot handle that. Like I need it to be nipped, right? Like, and I don't know. The whole theory of making kids feel like safe to express these big feelings, but also like hold boundaries. I believe in that.
Yeah.
You know, because we're not letting her get away with murder, you know, like we're still like setting boundaries and being like, no, you're not going to act like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
What set her off yesterday, she started yelling at me in the elevator and I was like, don't yell at me.
Yeah.
Which I said very calmly, you know, and she was like, sorry. And I was like, you're still yelling at me. Like, please stop. And so then when she came into the house, that's when she like went to you and she's like, Mama's hurting my feelings. I was like, because I told you not to yell at me? Cool.
Yeah. Well, we have to go because speaking of the devil.
Speaking of this little shit.
Satan. She's going to hear this one day. Hey, future Franny. We love you.
We're obsessed. We literally think of nothing else. Truly.
It's crazy how smart you are. Actually, one of the other moms yesterday was like, I love how Franny just talks to me like she's a grown up. She's like, hey, how are you? What's going on?
Which is something to consider when she's having these outbursts is that like, I do think she's very advanced. Future Fran, you are very advanced.
You are
and
very smart and cool.
And you can see how she's navigating the world with adults. And we've been told this before. So it's like, of course, she's going to come home to her two favorite adults and just like fucking put us through it.
She's going to role play 5-year-old sometimes.
And yeah, she's trying to figure it out. So
she's 35 in a week or 2 or 3 weeks.
I can't believe it.
How do we have a 5-year-old child and a 6-year-old adopted dog?
I do feel the years are accumulating.
I
feel like the years are accumulating. I'm like, I was a younger woman when she first got here, for sure.
My neck hurts.
Don't even get me started. Well, hope you enjoyed us talking about both of our daughters. Please know that this bitching and moaning comes from a place of absolute love and obsession.
Yep.
If you get it, you get it. All right?
Yep.
Love you.
See you next time. Love you. Do you love me?
I was saying love you to you, and then you were telling me love you back to me. I wasn't saying love you to them.
I love you, and I love all of you.
You guys are fine, but I could use 5 stars only. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Bye.